Hey, welcome back. I'm Mira. I'm an executive coach for high performing leaders who are tired, burnt out, and secretly held hostage by their own standards. If you're someone who works incredibly hard, cares deeply, and still feels like it's never quite enough, you're in the right place. Today, we are talking about perfectionism, not the kind you brag about in an interview, the kind that keeps you stuck in a cycle where you feel like you can't move forward. And the real thing that's holding you back here is what I see in all high achievers all the time. You start something with full intention, a new habit, a new boundary, a new routine, and for a while it's going great. And then life happens, you miss a day, you slip up, you don't show up the way you planned. And instead of just picking back up again, you spiral and you tell yourself you ruined it. You say, I will start fresh on Monday, I will start fresh on the first of the next month, and then Monday happens, the next month happens, and you are starting over completely, and you're feeling worse because this is the cycle of you trying to be perfect and holding you back, just taking the step, just not taking baby steps, just going from 0 to 100. And this is what I mean when you say, I will start fresh on da 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 da. That time, like then Monday becomes the next month, and you're starting over completely and you're feeling worse than before. And if that sounds familiar, this isn't a discipline problem. This isn't a time management problem. This is perfectionism, and it is costing you more than you know. And here is the thing most people never say out loud: perfectionism is not high standard, it is fear hidden as high standards. When you tell yourself, I have to do it perfectly or not at all, what you're really saying is, if I mess this up, it means something bad about me. Something is not good with me, like something is not enough, you're a failure, something you have failed, like you're falling behind. So every time you're inconsistent, every time you miss a day, every time you restart, you're not just losing momentum, you are collecting evidence that you can't follow through, and that becomes your identity, that's become your reality, and you're creating evidence over and over again that you're not the person who follows through. And this is where high achievers get quietly destroyed. Not by a big failure, by the pattern of starting over, beating themselves up, and calling it self improvement. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. And consistency doesn't mean every day, it means you come back even after you stop. I want to take a moment so you can let that sink in. Consistency doesn't mean every day. It means you come back even when you stop, after you stop. I want to give you three things today to walk away believing differently. Missing a day is not failing. Quitting after missing a day is. The goal was never perfectionism. It was building a relationship with yourself where you trust that you come back. That's it. One mistake changes nothing unless you decide it does. One missed month changes nothing until you decide it does. One missed year changes nothing until you decide it does. And how you talk to yourself after you slip is the whole game. Most high performers treat themselves worse than they would ever treat their best friend, their colleagues, their family member, their friends. If your team missed one deadline, you wouldn't tell them they're a failure and start from scratch. You would course correct and keep going, and you deserve the same. And last but not least, 60% consistent beats 100% of 2 weeks and then nothing every time. Imperfect action, repeated over time, builds real change, and perfect action that lasts 10 days and then collapses under pressure builds nothing. Expect a habit of quitting when things get hard. What I want you to take from with you today is your growth is not blocked by a lack of willpower, it's not blocked by your schedule, it's not blocked by how busy you are, it's blocked by a belief that nothing less than perfect doesn't count. And that belief is a lie. The version of you who shows up 60% of the time, imperfectly, a little tired, but still showing up, that version builds something real. That version will create sustainable growth and not being stuck in a cycle of doing it 100% and then giving up and then being stuck, beating yourself up and calling it self improvement. It's not sustainable growth. So the next time you slip, don't restart, don't spiral, don't make it mean something about who you are. Just ask yourself, what's the smallest next step I can take right now? And that's it. One step, then another. And that's how you grow without burning yourself down in the process. If this resonates with you, here's what we can do together. My program, the one on one program, Realign Method, helps high performing executives save 10 hours a week, set better boundaries that actually stick, and create more time for their family, health, and themselves without feeling guilty and without feeling like you're falling behind at work. And a big part of that work is exactly what we talked about today: breaking the perfectionism cycle, stopping the restart loop, learning to trust yourself to keep going even when it's not perfect. And this is not a motivational course, this is real, practical, one on one work that really changes how you operate, how you speak to yourself, how you show up every day at work and at home privately. The longer you stay in the pattern of overworking, starting over, waiting until things are calm enough to change, the harder it becomes. The pattern doesn't fix itself, it just gets more familiar. So, if this hits home, here's what to do next. DM me the word ready, and I will send you the link to book a call with me right now, and we will look at exactly where the gaps are for you specifically. You don't need to have it or figure it out to start or to reach out. That's literally what the call is for. Thank you so much for being here today. I will see you next week, and not next week, sorry, this Wednesday, and take care of yourself. Thank you so much for watching.